Hola, Salados. ¿Cómo está usted? What's shaking, soldiers? How are you? Bienvenido. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sunday, Soulful Sunday. And today I got my bestie, my business partner, my prayer partner, my sister, Sonia Faloyan. We are so glad that you guys are here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Remember to
Woohoo!
put
It's good to be here.
Yes. Remember to put in the chat when you log in where you are logging in from, where you tuning in from. We want to know. We want to see and hear from where you are coming in. Sonia, I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself, my sister.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm Sonia Falayan, and as Savvy said, I'm her business partner, sister friend, prayer partner, and we are having a wonderful time here in Mexico, where we both reside the majority of the year. Actually, we reside here all of the year, but we do slip back into other places from time to time. I'm so excited because we're going to be talking about abundance today. And also, for me, this is a really important topic because as mature women of a certain age, oftentimes we've been given the idea and the socialization that we can only do certain things at certain times, that opportunities are only for the young, that if we miss an opportunity, we've lost out. And none of those things are true. So that's why I'm really glad that we're going to be on here tonight talking about abundance, what it means for us, and what it means to live abundantly abroad. I am Sonia Falayan. I'm a cash flow coach, uh, and I am also a co-owner along with Savvy and another good partner of ours. We are co-owners of Sojourners Vista del Lago B&B. We also are the founders and sponsors of Jumpstart Your Souljourn, which is an amazing retreat opportunity for women 55 years and older, primarily, who are interested in taking a extended break and who are interested in exploring the lakeside communities of Mexico for a break, for a sabbatical, a sojourn, or for people who may be interested in living here a good portion of the time. So, with that, I'm going to send the baton right back to you, Savvy.
Thank you, Sonia. I am so happy, as always, to have you on the platform with me. I thank God for you being in my life. I thank you for your vision and your ability to share it with the world. So today is what, Resurrection Sunday, and this weekend, the past 3 days have been interesting. I've never experienced. This is my first time ever experiencing the Easter celebration in Mexico, and they do it strong. I've never seen this type of passion where they are, doing the reenactment of the crucifixion of Christ. Last night, I want you to talk about what we saw last night, where they were burning these representations of evil in the land. Please share that with us just briefly, Sonia, and then we'll get right into talking about abundance. But this Resurrection Sunday, what it means, is is leading right into why we can live an abundant life.
Oh, I love that. This has been Santa Semana, uh, the Holy Week here in Latin America. And in Mexico, we do it big here. This is a Catholic. The nation has, Catholicism is its religious base. Of course, we know that was a religion, a colonized religion. Um, but what's really meaningful to me is the passion with which people show their faith, the dedication, the sacrifices that they're willing to make for them, not just for themselves, but for their families and for their communities. And I think we can all take a page from that book,
Hmm.
to be unashamed about how we feel, to be totally sold out to what we believe in.
Yes.
And we see it really in the relationships that the Mexican people have with their community and with their neighbors. These are, really kind people, generous people who are giving all the time. I also think that in light of, Mexico does have a lot of poverty, as many nations do, and many
Hmm.
nations that are building. But for me, the Mexican people live in abundance. There is
Yes.
art everywhere. There is an abundance of sharing resources. Um, it's not a problem to share what you have with your neighbors or with your friends. Um, and as we often know, sometimes people who quote unquote have the least give the most. So there's a lot of charity giving here. Um, there's just a lot of sharing. Uh, the Holy Week activities did it do, does include a Passion of Christ play in just about in most of these communities that have a pretty good sized population.
Yeah.
These
Hmm.
are community actors who prepare. They must prepare for this all year long, with
Yes.
the detail of the costumes, the staging, the orchestration, the involvement of all the generations,
Hmm.
um, the costumes, the flow of the program, from the trial of Jesus all the way to taking the body of the Christ actor off of the cross and wrapping that person in a shroud. The
Yeah.
detail is absolutely unbelievable. And the passion of the community and the people is palpable. Um, after after those ceremonies happen, later on that evening, people go back to church for a mass, but then they have the funeral for Jesus. Um, and the crowd, the townspeople gather and wear black, and they carry candles. There is a replica of the Christ figure that's kind of like in a transparent casket like thing. Um, it's a whole profession. It's a whole procession. It's a very solemn procession. The last night was the second night, and at nightfall, closer to midnight, there was just a joyous pealing of the church bells because of the
Yeah.
triumphant resurrection. Um, the townspeople all come out to the center of town to celebrate after they've gone to their mass service and prayed. And then because the air is so crisp with renewal and um, excitement, they
Hmm.
do have a ceremony where they hang effigies uh, of the things that they want to get rid of.
Yeah.
This year it was corruption, violence, hatred, discrimination. What was the other one? There was one more. There were five.
Um,
Five.
yeah. Global warming.
Yes, yes. Yes, environmental concerns. The issue was getting rid of our greed toward the environment.
Yes.
Um, Timely topics, and they literally set these effigies on fire and then they blow them up.
Yes.
And the crowd cheers after every single one of those effigies explodes.
Yes.
But the unity of the crowd is just a wonderful day. And then today, Easter Sunday, the church bells have been ringing pretty much all day. People are out, having ice cream on the Malecon, walking along the beach, the carnival rides, which were up over the weekend, came down today. So they were putting those away today. But it's been a really wonderful time of celebration, and people celebrate with the
Yeah.
fullness of life,
Yes.
regardless of their occupation or their income or how much money they have. Out. They are out enjoying
Yes.
the fresh air, enjoying their family members, saying hello to friends and neighbors.
Hmm.
Um, the mindset is of abundance and
Yes.
having enough, being full.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. And
so
that's
I think
what
it's just
yeah, that
it's,
and that's that's
so
that's
all I
the
was gonna say,
importance. Yeah, that's the importance,
that's
their mindset, to
yes.
have that abundance. It's all about your how you think, how you feel is going to impact how you behave. And their
Hmm.
behavior demonstrates love, compassion, and that in itself, that blessing is an abundance.
And I think also it's time. It's
Hmm.
having time to spend with your family and your friends. When I think about living abundantly, I've had so many of our friends who have moved here to say literally things like, I've lived more in the last, I can literally quote
Hmm.
a friend of ours who said, I have lived more in the last 2 days than I have lived in the last 20 years. Or I have lived more in the last 24 hours than I've lived in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Because there's time, and being with your friends and neighbors is a priority
Yes.
here,
Yes. Oh,
um, that we don't always have the ability. We just, the opportunities to commune are not the same in the United States because people are generally there's a different pace of the culture. There's a different pace of what people are able to do in the limited time that they have. Um, it's just very different.
I couldn't agree with you more, Sonia, on that. And there, I think about that scripture in John 10:10, where it talks about, the enemy comes to steal, to kill, and destroy, where he, being Christ, has come to give us life and give it more abundantly to the fullest. And so when I think about what's been stolen, or what I felt like was stolen when I was in the US, stolen time, like you said, not having enough time to be with family because we were busy trying to build somebody's empire, killing killing, literally, people killing themselves because they're working themselves to death, and destroying families because you don't have that time together,
Mhm.
you don't have that fellowship, you don't have those connections that are so needed here. Where here in this country, I mean, just to see people walking down the Malecone holding hands. I don't know about you, but in the U.S. there was no PDA, no public display of affection that I saw on a regular basis, like I see publicly here.
And it's really endearing to me when I see older couples. You see a lot of older couples who are walking hand in hand. I'm very, very, very older, very, couples in their 70s and 80s, maybe older, who are walking hand in hand. And then you also see multi generations of the family
Mhm.
coming out together. It's very, very lovely, and I do appreciate it. We actually have friends who are starting to have dinners in their homes in the evenings, once a week, or
Yes.
parties, and just that kind of fellowship where we play music and enjoy fellowship and food, and we support each other in our various endeavors.
Yes.
Kind of like my mother and her sisters used to hang out when I was
Mhm.
small.
Right. Right.
My mother was one of 11,
Hmm.
so she had a number of sisters. I think she had 5 sisters.
Mm-hmm.
She had four sisters, and they would get together and play cards, and they would play music, and they would dance, and they would just have a good time,
Wow.
because they all live, within relative closeness of each other. And of course, all of them had children. So I have a lot of first sister cousins.
Mm-hmm.
There's In that generation, there's probably 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of us all together.
Wow.
But just having, it's so reminiscent to me of those times where they would get together and have girl talk, and put us in place.
Mm-hmm.
Little kids don't need to hear about grown folks' business. That they would be
Right,
laughing
right.
and giggling, and but it's similar to that. It's a
Yeah.
mixed crowd, contrary to popular belief. There are men here in Mexico. There are black men. Are
True.
there
That's
are men
true.
folk.
That's so true.
And it's
That's
it's
so
it's
true.
just been so much fun to have that interaction where we're laughing and supporting each other,
Yes.
um, just sharing with each other. So it's wonderful.
Right. Right. It's not always about how much you have in the bank, or like
Hmm.
a standard bank, but what you have in the bank of who you are, and who you represent, whether it be your family or your community. um, it's the abundance of love, it's the abundance of respect, it's the abundance of joy, it's the abundance of peace and happiness. So when we look at abundance in not such a monetary way, we have a wealth of abundance. And I know Stephen Covey used to talk about the two the two mindsets. There's the scarcity mindset, and then there's the abundant mindset. And a scarcity mindset is going to always breed lack because you feel unworthy. Whereas when you have an abundant mindset, you deserve. You believe that you deserve, and you believe that there's enough in the universe to share with everybody, and you are expecting it to come into your life. And so that's one of the things that I have grown into here in Mexico. I believe that I had some when I was in the US, but to be around such an abundance of people who genuinely love and care for one another and show it. I mean, they show it. It's an amazing thing. I love being here. I believe that I've been assigned here, and I'm just looking for more. I'm just looking for more as we continue to move forward in what I believe God has called us to do.
Well, in terms of what you said about the scarcity mindset, it is it is the belief that there's not enough, and that manifests itself in so many ways. And one of the
Hmm.
ways that it manifests itself is in thinking that there's only one opportunity. I didn't get it right the first time, so I've lost my chance. Um, I didn't do it when I was younger, so I don't have another opportunity. That one, there's always more than one opportunity, and
Yes,
it may
yes,
not come when you're in your 20s. It may not come when you're 30. It may come later.
yes.
Um, but the scarcity mindset says that you've missed it, and you can't
Right,
regain it.
right.
Um, uh, and there's a fear of the future, because
Hmm.
I missed out, or I don't have enough, or there's not
Hmm.
enough, so therefore I don't know what my future brings. So when we think abundantly, we know that there really are no accidents, and maybe maybe that maybe maybe now is the time when we're able to receive and handle those gifts, or maybe
Yes,
now we're able to walk into those doors and those opportunities with more wisdom and more fullness than we would have if it had been earlier. um,
exactly.
uh, we don't fear the future. We know that as long as we're breathing and living, there's an opportunity for us. The
Yes,
future is full for us,
yes,
and it also allows us to be more giving. It allows us to be more flexible, uh, and also I think it's so important that we allow ourselves to embrace the change that's coming, the change that is a part
yes,
of our lives. Um,
yes,
things don't remain the same, but there's a difference in embracing those changes, those
Hmm.
extra gray hairs, those whatever it is. Um,
Yes.
uh, embracing it, because each
Yes.
stage brings new opportunities and new ways that we can expand ourselves.
Exactly. So it's so true. I was so happy when I found the scripture that talked about even in old age, I will be full of vitality. I will be productive and I will be prospering. So my hair doesn't grow as fast as it used to. It's not as full and
Hmm.
thick, but I am healthy. And when I see that gray hair, I think about, that's wisdom. It's come
Hmm.
with some wisdom. So yes, I agree with you. I
Hmm.
agree with you. I embrace the change. I embrace the change. I'm not wishing for younger days. I'm really, really enjoying where I am in life, and I believe that the best is yet to come.
I really love that. I think the other thing that you said, it just reminds me of when we are thinking and living in abundance, we can really be genuinely happy for the blessings of other people.
Yes.
Um, there's nothing to be, there's nothing to be resentful about. There's nothing, I'm genuinely happy when things happen for my friends.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's I'm excited when good things happen to the people that I care
Yes.
about.
That is so true. So true. Well, do you have anything else to add, Sonia? Oh, before I forget, I didn't say subscribe. Please subscribe to Sonia Valoyan's channel, Mind and Manna. We would also love to have you join our Facebook group, Sojourners, Mexodus Sojourners, and our Facebook group for the bed and breakfast, which is Sojourners Vista del Lago. We have the website going through the ticker at the bottom. Please check it out. If you are going to be in the Jalisco area, we would love the opportunity to serve you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Savvy Soldier. And next month, April, tomorrow is April 1st. My God, March went so fast. But the 21st
Yes.
of April, we are hosting the Sisters Sunday Supper at the Sojourners Vista del Lago, which is in San Nicolas de Rabaro. So be looking out in our social media. We will have flyers in there with instructions on how to get there. And we are looking forward to seeing you.
We absolutely are looking forward to seeing you. And if you have not liked our Facebook and Instagram page for the bed and breakfast, it's Sojourners Vista del Lago. It is in San Nicolas de Ibarra, Mexico, which is in Jalisco. And we are the only, the only, we're the only Black owned hospitality business in Lakeside, and we are the only female owned hospitality establishment in the state of Jalisco, Mexico. So check us out, uh, like us on our Instagram and Facebook, and also watch out for our broadcasts that are going to be coming on our YouTube channel, Sojourners Vista del Lago. Just keep your eyes and ears open for that, and subscribe whenever you see something that we've done. Okay, please do that. We're excited. We're
All
excited.
right.
We're excited. We're just excited. So,
Yes, we are. Until next time, you be well, live free, and prosper.
adios. Hasta luego.